Hey y'all, my name is Sharon Armstrong, or I am known as TxStampin Sharon. I absolutely love techniques. So tonight's technique is one that we've done in the past, but we're going to step it up a little bit, and I hope that you love it. I'm calling it my easy way to decorate or to color those Easter eggs for our Easter cards. So you can use this technique on any background. And I'm going to show you how to what best paper to use and things like that. So if you're new to my channel, I do want to welcome you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend it with me. I want to say hello to everyone who has joined in the live chat. I am live on Thursday night, February the 29th at 7:00 p.m. Central. So I absolutely, like I said, I love techniques. I've got everything all ready to share. I want to give everybody just a minute to find the live and make sure that my live chat folks can hear me and see me. So let me know. I always like to make sure that everything is good to go as I'm checking all the things. So, I love going live on YouTube, but it's a little stressful sometimes to make sure that everything is working. So, all right, Inika says I'm fine. So if I'm good in the Netherlands, that means I must be good in the rest of the world. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera. We're going to do this so that you can see the fun that we're going to be having. I want to point out that we're going to be coloring our Easter eggs. Can y'all see how pretty and delicate that coloring is? We're going to have so much fun. We're going to have so much fun. All right. Thank you, Brenda. Brenda says that I'm looking good. I have got 3 of my little ramekins. Ramekins? Is that what you call these little things? Ramekins, right? Isn't that the word? Anyway, I've got 3 of them ready to go. I'm using Greeny Apple Green, Tahitian Tide, and Starry Sky right here. Okay. I'm going to set these aside so that, number one, I don't make a mess, but I just thought it looked fun to see them ready to go. I do have a towel down because I'm going to be blowing bubbles. Bubbles make a mess. I'm using the Excellent Eggs stamp set that has this big egg right here. And this is what drew me to doing this technique, this egg right here. So there you go. All right. Ramekins. Thank you. Thank you. It's called a ramekin. Thank you very much. I was like, what are those things called? I do want to say hello to some of that are joining me in the live chat, especially my friend Michelle Batson. Michelle is here to help us, or help me help you. So I'm going to be demonstrating and talking, and in the chat, she's going to be directing you to maybe some of the products that I'm using or things like that. So I do want to give a shout out to Michelle. If you do have a question for her, you can type the @ and start typing her name, Michelle Batson, and then she'll be able to help you. So love you, Michelle. I appreciate you. I do want to say hello to Delina and to Kate Wright and to Brenda Bennett. Hi, Dorothy from Limerick, Pennsylvania. I don't know. We were talking before the chat, or before the live, how cold it is everywhere, including Central Texas. So a little chilly today, but we're going to have a good time. So yay, Leanne made it. Hi, Susan Ray Hendricks. I'm happy that you caught me live as well. Thank you. All right. I see people popping on. So I'm going to go ahead and start my presentation. We're going to start the show. Okay. So again, I'm using, I know there's a glare. I'm using the Excellent Eggs. And when I started playing with this stamp set, all of this coloring, I was like, oh, there's got to be an easier way. I started coloring the little bunnies and then how do you do the grass? And then there's the flowers. I was like, absolutely not. We're going to make this easy. I'm all about making it easy. Hi, Ernie. How are you? Hi, Floy. I'm so glad that you're looking forward to the bubbles. Well, Susan, thank you for sharing and liking my video. I appreciate that. Anything that y'all do on here on YouTube as far as watching my videos, liking, sharing it with your crafty friends, all of that helps me, and I sure do appreciate it. I also figured out that my coloring technique worked really well on this egg as well. The stamp set does come with some dies that cut out the eggs, okay? And then we have some little rick-racky kind of a decoration. This one right here, and I believe this one does too. I don't think I used that one. This one right here will cut that egg in half. So we're going to play with that idea as well. Hi, Sharon Land from Northern California. Anita says that I'm so fun. I'm so glad you think I'm fun. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that I am using watercolored paper. Now, this is the Fluid 100 that you can find on my website. But I recommend watercolor paper because even though we're blowing bubbles, our paper is going to get pretty saturated. It's kind of funny. You go, well, why is it so wet? It gets wet from the bubbles. All right. So I recommend you might try like the basic white thick, but that's it. I mean, I really recommend the watercolor paper. Okay. So I'm going to show you because I know someone's going to ask how much, so we're going to be putting ink refills. I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis. We're going to use the, oh, her grands are driving to Texas today. Susan's grands are driving to Texas. Well, they're coming to a great state. I'm going to be using my ramekin. That's what it's called. Some ink refill and some laundry soap. I don't think it'll work with laundry soap. Let's try some dish soap. How's that? I know that people are going to say, how much? Lois, of course, it's going to be an enjoyable evening. I'm just going to squirt, I don't know, that much. I don't know. I don't measure. I just squirt it. And then I'm going to add some water to it. I thought it might be easier if I just did the whole thing from start to finish. Over here, I have some that are ready to go in my other colors, okay? Now I'm going to add some drops of ink refill. Thank you. You guys like my nails tonight. I need to get them done. It's been a while. How many drops of ink refill? The lighter the color, the more the ink. Makes sense? Because we're diluting it in some water and some soap, okay? All right. Virginia, hi, honey. You're here from freezing Alberta. Well, we're kind of freezing in Texas too. So I think we're all in the same boat. I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 to 20 drops. Okay. You can always add more. And like I said, the lighter the color, the more ink you need. I do want to point out that some of the colors that I'm using are the 2022, 2024 ink refills, and they are already running out. So if you need these ink refills, girl, God, you got to go get it. All right, so I'm just going to mix it up, okay? If you're just now joining me, I want to point out a few things. So I'm going to set this aside. I'm just using a straw. This is just a drinking straw. I'm going to set that aside. After the live is over, I do have 2 different ways for you to download the instructions. And this one has all of my samples that I'm going to show you tonight. This one is divided up for those of you who are doing my technique album, okay, that is sitting on your desk. Oh my goodness, Lavina, you have been busy, it sounds like. But she's still got time for cards. She is selling her house. She is moving. She is busy. So I want to point out, this is the album that I'm talking about. If you're new to my channel or you don't know what I'm talking about, these techniques, we did these techniques for about 2 years, but they are designed to cut apart and fit in this album. And the album, we have got over 100 techniques. I don't know. I think I'm up to like 105 now, whatever. But I'm just going to say, I'm just calling it as over 100 techniques. Now back, let me see if I can show you. Back on Technique Volume 10, we did the bubbles, but I want to point out, oh, I meant to pull this up. Sorry. We're just going to thumb through this really quick. I want to point out that back then when I taught you this technique, I only used one color of ink. Hold on. I really want to come up with a way to divide all of my classes in here. You know, I feel like now it needs some organizing. Faux tile. I think I've gone too far. Volume 10. I should have pulled this up. I'm so sorry. Anyway, during that class, I just used a blue. I think I used balmy blue or something like that. Just use one color. Salt background. Okay, fine. It's back further. And so tonight we're going to be using more than one. There we go. All right. So I don't know if you can see it with the glare. Let's take it out. So there's so many techniques in my book. So here you go. Can y'all see it? It's just the bubbles here. And we did it using that cabin stamp set. So tonight we're going to be using several colors. And I think you're going to love it better. So just saying. You know, techniques are fun. They're a fun way to do a great background. I have a piece of the, let's see. Y'all talking about candy? Who's hungry for candy? Y'all are talking about candy. I missed that. This is just a piece of the watercolor paper, okay? And I'm going to take my first color. It doesn't matter which one you pick first. And I'm just going to make sure it's mixed up. And I'm going to blow some bubbles. And then I'm going to touch my paper. And you can see that it's very faint. I told y'all, the lighter the color, the lighter the ink, the more ink, the lighter the ink refill, the more ink drops you need. But another trick is to just lay it straight on the bubbles and you get darker. Does that make sense? So this one I barely tapped and this one I placed it straight onto the bowl. Okay. So since I did the bubble technique before, how many of y'all have done this? Inika is saying she must have missed that class. It was volume 10. Maybe Michelle could find that video and put the link in the chat. I'm just having fun blowing bubbles. Okay, so y'all see that's just the Orchid Oasis. I decided that that was a little too light, so I brought in Starry Sky. Michelle says she's done it. There you go. Mary's done it. Gina says she's never done it, but she's going to try it. Just make sure you don't suck up the mixture that you're blowing bubbles, you know, like a kid. All right, now this is Starry Sky. And it's a little bit darker. And I liked that better. But I also like the light and the dark of it. Okay, let's do a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to switch. And for some reason, this one tends to go out. Maybe I have too much water in there. So kind of watch that. Just protect your work surface. I'm just going to wipe the lid of that the lip of that before I pick it up. All right, now let's pull in some Tahitian Tide. I did some playing around. Hi, Laura Peterson, you're here. The effect reminds you of marble. Yes, it does, Virginia. It does remind you of a marbling technique. I wish that we had, I wish I could do something with like a metallic, but I don't think the metallic inks would work in this solution. I'm going to add some more Tahitian Tide because when I was playing earlier, I got a lighter version than what I wanted. Oh, thank you, Michelle. It looks like she found the video link, so y'all can grab that if you want in the chat for that technique class. Okay, I'll pull this a little bit closer to me. It's still pretty light, but I'm starting to see it pick up. If you want it darker, you can certainly switch and go to a darker ink refill. But we are coloring pastel Easter eggs, so I'm fine with it being so pastel. I hope that y'all can see on the camera the different colors. Okay, let's do a few more. I think the kids would love this. Grandkids, you know. You just need to kind of keep your work surface protected and you'll be fine. All right, let's clean up our little ramekin a little bit. And now we're going to bring in, I'm bringing in some grainy apple green. I thought that would be a fun combo. Thank you. You guys are seeing it. Love this technique. I'm so glad. It's so fun. It is just so fun. All right. Yeah, I can see the different colors. Okay. Let's bring in a little bit of green. There we go. Very light colors for our Easter eggs. Thank you, Margaret. I'm so glad you like this. It's way better than just one color, right? Like I did before. I'm glad y'all don't mind me like blowing bubbles here on YouTube. Oh, I almost sucked up that liquid. Don't laugh while you're doing this technique. That would have been so bad. Oh my gosh. Right here on YouTube, that would have been awful. Okay. Can y'all just see the gorgeous colors? So pretty. It's so fun. Now this paper, look how bent it is. It's wet. And it surprised me how wet it got because of, it's just bubbles. I was like, I'm not dipping it in the water or dipping it in the solution. It is a fun and relaxing technique, Michelle. What a way to put it. Now, you want to make sure, let's come in a little bit. You want to make sure that this is good and dry, okay? We do not, Kate Wright said she thinks it's me blowing bubbles. Me blowing bubbles is fun. I'm so glad I'm here to entertain y'all. I'm here to entertain. We want to make sure that this is good and dry, okay? I'm going to set that aside. And I already showed you one card. Look how fun, okay? Let me show you another one. So the combination of the eggs, the dyed eggs with the regular solid eggs is super fun. This one I did where I just I didn't know what to do with that one die that cut my egg in half. So I was like, well, we'll just have a little bunny coming out of it. Now this is a little bit different coloring, but I loved it. You know, very, very pastel. And then those of y'all who know me, you know I had to do a shaker card, okay? Always love my shaker cards. So I'm going to tap that down. Can you see the coloring, the dyed Easter egg coloring of that one image that I told you? I'm not going to sit there and color those bunnies individually or anything like that. Now, I have pre-cut and pre-done quite a few different choices tonight. And I want to kind of go through what I did. So here is the bunny, the bunnies, you know, oh gosh, yes, y'all can see it on that one. It's just a great way to color these. Now I have got 14 grandkids. I have already made 4 cards and I have all these eggs ready to make more cards. Okay. So you can see how fun it is when you do a whole sheet like this. I'm letting this dry, so I'm killing time. I want you to see how to stamp your eggs and such. Now, let me pull out my dyed Easter eggs. Let's pull all these out. And I want to go through a few other things. I did go ahead and do some stamping. I mean, you can mass produce these cards, which is always fun. The embossing folder that I thought was just absolutely perfect for this is in the Basics 3D embossing folder that you can find on my website below the video. Because I just thought these, what do they call this? Hobnail? I don't know. I forget what they call this embossing folder, but these just reminded me of spring and would be a great way to decorate my Easter eggs. Mary says you could add some bold stripes to the one egg. Yep. All right. So, you know, Mary Catherine, I wasn't sure of it either. And I was like, I don't know how to color it. I don't want. So I did start coloring. Where's the one card? I started coloring the eggs and I was like, oh, that's just going to take way too long. Life's too short. I ain't got time. I need to make 14 grandkids Easter cards. So that's what I ended up doing instead. And I'm much happier with this technique. So these 3 embossing folders seems to be my go-to. They are an online exclusive. So I want to point out, I don't know if y'all can see, there's one pattern. And then this is more of a textured crosshatch kind of a pattern. And then we have our hobnail. I think that's what they call it. Anyway. Linda, you're right. It reminds me of mother's milk. Yep, that pattern. So I just thought it was super fun to use those to actually emboss. Like I cut out some of my Easter eggs and then I just emboss them. So I cut them out using lemon lime twist and orchid oasis. And then I cut one and then I cut it in half and I was like, oh, we could even hinge and have the little bunny coming out or something like that. I'm using the square and round brads that we sell. And so you can find those as well on my website. But see how that one die just cuts that in half? I just realized I probably could have done the egg that way. That's okay, right? At the top of the egg? Nope, it's going to be upside down. I probably should have put the hinge on that side, but that's okay, right? It's my card. I can do what I want. So then what I thought was kind of fun, and I'm just giving you guys ideas. What I thought would be fun is you could even do some, what do they call that? Paper piecing. We could take and put these pieces back in the lemon lime twist. So we're going to do that. And then I thought, okay, what if we want our embossed eggs to look different? Mary Catherine says, the dots remind me of the dotted Swiss dresses I had for Easter. See how this reminds you of that? Okay, so I want to get, where is it? My basic white ink pad. There we go. So I just kind of want to show you what I did. I just took the white craft ink pad. The hinged egg is awesome. I'm so glad you like it. I'm so glad you like it. Let me protect my work surface here. We're still a little bit damp on our paper, but we're going to do some playing ahead of time. I just hope that I inspire y'all to, if you have this stamp set, or if you don't, that it inspires you to make your Easter eggs that you need, or I mean, there's other sentiments in the stamp set. So what I did was I just tapped. Whoops, that's a little too heavy on the tap. But I just kind of tapped. Let's do that again. I got a little too heavy. I just kind of tapped my eggs and got the white craft ink on them. And then it kind of dried and looked like this. And I loved it. I thought it was fun. So let me know what you think. Gina says she has this stamp set and now she's excited to make these cards. Yay! And then I even just took the embossed paper and did the same thing. I just touched it with the Granny Apple Green. But let's do, and then I did this to the egg. So just another idea for you to come up with when you're playing. You know, crafters love to play, and we have all this stuff and we're like, hey, what would happen if I do this? What would happen if I do that? It's just paper, so don't worry about it. So I'm glad you think it's a fun idea. All right, so let me move this out of the way. How are we doing? Still wet. So y'all see, I've been jabbering for a bit and it's still wet. I may take my heat tool to it. Lavina says she has this stamp set and she may actually use it. Good. I'm so glad. I'm going to move. Oh, these are those square, round and square brads that I used for the hinged egg. I don't want to make a mess, so I want to carefully move. That is making a mess. Why is that wet? Hold on. Give me a minute. We don't want to make a mess. That is the last thing. Actually, I'm just going to leave them right where they're at because they're fine. I was going to get my heat gun, and it's over behind my ramekins. Let's move all this over. So we don't want to spill. We don't want to make a mess while I'm live. Renee says, oh, happy birthday. It's your birthday. I may have seen something else. Awilda says that they love this idea too and be making it soon. Yay. Okay. Oh, you used to make those Pansky eggs. Oh, how fun. See that. I'm hoping I'm inspiring you, girl. I'm going to go ahead and dry this a little bit. It must be completely dry. I'm doing this on purpose because I want you to know it must be completely dry. Hi, Grandma Jane. How are you? I'm so glad y'all like my cards. Thank you. Okay, why does it have to be completely dry? Because we're going to be stamping on it with a water-based ink. And we don't want it to run because that would be a shame if we ruined all those bubbles, right? So we're going to move this over, move these over. And I'm going to get my eggs in a row. And I'm going to use, I think I ended up using, so you kind of decide, you look to see what color do you see pop out the most? And I actually see Orchid Oasis or more of a purple. So I'm going to go with Gorgeous Grape, or you could go with Starry Sky to stamp your eggs. Anita says, funny, I was using this stamp set earlier and now I have more cool ideas. Yay! I'm so glad. All right, let me move this over. So you just start stamping. Thank you, Terry. I'm so glad you like it. So look how fun. Look how we magically colored the background of that stamp. We did not have to take our markers and color it. We could, but we don't have to. When you're doing this, you want to leave space so that when you use the dies to cut out the Easter eggs, you have room. Make sense? And so I'm purposely stamping this way to kind of help you remember that. Uh-oh. That one has a problem. What will I do with that? I will just take my snips to that egg and cut it out. Okay, because I went off the paper a little bit. So I just want you to know, like there's 6 eggs dyed just like that. Dye-colored Easter eggs. There you go. Okay, let's move this. So I told y'all that I have a bunch already cut out, and I have some backgrounds, and I have that fun egg. Remember him? I don't know. His hinge may go this way. I had in my head, I don't know. What y'all think? All right, let's do this together. Do we want the green polka dot background or do we want the white? Y'all say green or white in the chat. If you're watching the replay, unfortunately, you don't really get a vote. I'm sorry. But let's see what my live audience says. I'm going to get my other stuff out. I'm seeing a couple of greens. I'm seeing a couple of whites. Green, 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 green. I'm seeing more green, so we're going to go with the green. Okay. And we'll save that. Now, here's my challenge. I've already cut out and layered my, I might have to scoot this down a little bit. I don't know. We'll play with the sentiment in a minute. What I thought would be fun is that our egg laid an egg. What do you think? I thought it'd be kind of cute. So I'm going to pop this one up with some dimensionals, but first I'm going to put this one on a card base. We're just designing our own card here on the fly to see what we think. I will bring back all my other cards that I've already done, but I just thought it would be fun to do something different on the live. Okay. Too cute. Laura Peterson voted for both. She's like, well, I'm going to vote for both. That way I will be right on one of them. Whatever she picks, I will win. That's pretty funny. Different and out of the box. Thank you, Michelle. This actually came to me when I was getting everything ready. I just want y'all to see the possibilities. Do your dies, dye your paper, cut out the eggs, and just start playing. Okay. Whoops, those are we don't want minis. We want the big ones. If you make these and you post them on social media, make sure you tag me so that I can see your creation. TxStampin, hashtag TxStampin. So I'm going to put I got to put dimensionals on the top. So even though I have my brad there, this is not going to be a moving top. Oh, Gina, what a great idea. Use the egg that I stamped off with. Perfect. Great idea. We're not going to waste that. Thank you. This is why I have you here to help me during the lives. So this is what we're talking about. The egg that I stamped off is going to go inside the egg. So let me grab my snips. And I'm just going to cut. Can y'all see how I'm doing it? I did figure out that it is a little bit trickier to cut the eggs out. So I was grateful for the dies, but that's okay. I can do this. I don't know. I think I can cut straight lines, but curvy lines seem to give me trouble. It's okay if I'm not exactly perfect because the top and the bottom are going to be inside the big egg. Okay, let's move this. Whoops, come back over here. I can always make the brad tag shorter. I could. You can actually cut these off a little bit if they're sticking out. But my egg is going to be stationary. I don't know. I mean, it would have been kind of, let's don't take the backings off and let's see what it does. We'll take the backings off of the bottom, but not this. Okay, let's put where's our egg? There we go. It's this egg. Okay. We're going to go ahead and add, I might have to add 2 eggs. Where's my other one? Oh, what do y'all think? We might have turned it sideways. There we go. What about that? Can we add 2 eggs? I'm trying to figure out how to do my greeting. I don't know. We'll just do the 1. I don't see much blue here, much of the orchid. So that's why I was trying to figure out. Lavina says she has trouble with curves too. Leave the dimensionals on the top without taking off the tape. Yeah, and then you can still move it. That's what I was thinking too, Farmer in the Dell. Okay. Okay. All right. I got it. Y'all ready? Here we go. I'm going to use some liquid glue. And I'm using liquid glue because this is an embossed layer. I want to make sure that it sticks. Kate said she would use the blue egg. Y'all tell me, would you use the blue egg? What if the blue egg is there? So we can kind of see it. Yeah, maybe so, right? Nah, can't hardly tell. Because they both have to go inside. Nope, 1 egg it is. How do y'all like how I just make a decision? Gosh, y'all are saying both eggs. I do need the blue color. You're right. What about... Oh, guess what? There we go. Okay. Okay, y'all ready? Huh. Okay, well, we got that egg glued down. So greeting should be attached to the top of the hinged egg. Yep. I was just trying to, so if we do it this way, it's going to say Happy Easter, like that. But we need some blue, don't we? We need that orchid oasis in there. But now if I do that, I don't know. You know what I may end up doing? I have lots of other greetings. I may just mat it on a green. The blue really does pop against that. The blue matches the greeting. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I've glued this egg down. Let's pop this up here. Let's do this. Let's see if I still have enough adhesive. Okay, I'm getting a little too crazy. All right, this is what we're going to do. Place the darker egg on first. Okay, let's try that. Ooh, a little sticky there. Do we want it layered? We're fixing to be at the point where we can't change. Green egg could even be, oh, I don't know what that means, Brenda. Sorry. What do y'all think? Okay, let's see. Ta-da! We like it? We're going for it. We're going to go for it. Tilt it a little. Yeah. I agree. Like a cracked egg. We're going to tilt this way. And then we're going to tilt this one this way. I know, Maryland Bird. I love the colors too. So fun. So fun. In my head, this is not where I thought this card was going to go, but I sure do love it. And I love it because y'all helped me. Y'all, it's y'all's card. You helped design it. All right. Let's get our hinge. Let's close it. See how we've got that little thing sticking out? Let me grab. I'm going to grab my craft scissors. I'm going to snip that off. Okay. So we've got, all I did was remove the backing from here. Hi, Sarah Kendall. We're glad you're here. I just removed the backing from the bottom. Did not remove the backing from the top. I'm leaving that so that all of my egg is the same height. Okay. Sarah, you can go back and watch the beginning and watch how we dyed our Easter eggs. Okay. Now this card, Sarah, ta-da! Look how stinking cute that turned out. This was an audience participation card. Okay. Now, do we want this here? We needed to be able to see that it's an egg. I don't know. I had one Easter egg that turned out a lot thinner. What do y'all think? Where do we put the greeting? It's so much fun, Sarah. So much fun. Okay. Wouldn't it also be great to try this die set with refill shaving cream and fluid 100 paper? Yes, you could do the same thing with the shaving cream technique. I chose the ink refills to color all my eggs, but absolutely you could do that. Look how fun. Look how fun. So if you're just now joining me, make sure you go back to the beginning and watch how I created my eggs. I'm just, yeah, y'all think on the bottom? Right here? Because I don't want it to be over there. But I also don't know if I want it to hide my egg. I think my egg is adorable. Okay, we're going to give that a minute to think about. I want to show you the idea that I had. I cut out one egg. Now these are with the dies. These are with the excellent eggs dies. Where'd they go? Excellent eggs dies. Okay, so I cut out the eggs, and as I was cutting them out, I was like, whoa, wait, I have all these pieces. I could do paper piecing. Fairly easy. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take, let me get some adhesive. Now I have to remind y'all, today is February 29th. It is the end of what we call celebration, where when you shop for $50 on my Stampin' Up website, you get to choose something free. Oh my gosh, who told me today? Oh, Kathy Walsh. Is Kathy on? If it's free, it's for me. I was like, girl, I love that. If it's free, it's for me. So, celebration, go to my website, check it out. When you spend $50, you get to shop for something for free. If your order happens to be $100, you still get something free, but you have more choices. Choices are good. All right, so we're just going to stick this down. How about the top left for the greeting? Okay, we'll try that. We're going to do our paper piecing first, and then we're going to try that. I'm wondering, I don't know, we might do something with these little eggs. Tilted on the top left. See, Farmer the Dell says you don't need a sentiment, put it on the inside. And I'm almost thinking the same thing. That's kind of why I had to set that aside. Sometimes it takes a minute to get creative. Okay, I'm going to grab my, where are they? My tweezers, because I don't want to get my fingers too yucky. All right, so that one's going to go there. I'm going to hold this. And I'm going to, well, you know what I could do? Nah, we'll just do it this way. We're just adding a little bit of adhesive to our paper piece. And we're going to pop this in here like that. Look how we're just decorating our Easter eggs. How fun are we? Y'all are like, well, she's having fun. We're just watching. I do hope that I inspire y'all. I hope I help you think about the products in a little bit different way, give you more ideas. I'm just trying to add some adhesive here. So that I'm just teaching y'all to be creative. How's that? There we go. We got that piece in, and now we have this. This is kind of a small piece. I'm going to put just a titch of adhesive right there. So if your order is $50 during the month of February, you're also going to get my February class tutorial. Margaret, white. What do you want me to put white? Or you could put a smaller happy Easter egg on the bottom of the egg. Anita, girl, are you in my head? I was thinking that maybe one of these. I'm just going to add my adhesive this way. Look how fun. I mean, if you're going to cut out 2 eggs, why not do some paper piecing? I did, I'll show you one of my other cards that I did a little bit differently. I don't know why. I don't know why this didn't come to me when I made that card. Where'd my cards go? Here they are. When I did this card, I actually embossed the green behind it and then glued my Orchid Oasis egg to my lemon lime twist, and then I just cut it out with snips. Okay. Inika, I'm so glad I've inspired you, my friend. So glad I've inspired you. All right. So what if, let's take this little egg and cut it out. Just good. We're just going to play one more thing. One more thing. Hey, guess what this weekend is, y'all? On March the 3rd, which is Sunday, married to Mark Armstrong for 45 years. 5 children, 14 grandchildren. It's been a wild ride. we're going to sneak away for a couple of days and go to this cute little town that we keep saying, well, we need to go over there. We need to go over there. So I'm excited. We're going to go and have some good food and just relax. And I think that's going to be great. All right. Whoops. I still see a little bit more white. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the anniversary wishes. All right. I'm just wondering. Oh, I don't know. I was just kind of hoping that it would be okay. Actually think it should be on the inside, but that's okay. Maybe I should have done that egg on the inside. Okay. Y'all see what I've done. So when you're playing with yours, you'll know what to do. So y'all said tilted on the side. What do we think? We like that? Or does this just say it all and we put Happy Easter on the inside? So y'all tell me, on the outside, on the inside. Just let me know. Oh, we could put this little guy on the inside. There you go. I like the little egg in the front, says Kelly. Do you? Y'all like it top left? Okay. All right. The fans win. What if it's straight? We'll do it angled. We're just going to finish this card up and call it a day. Y'all are saying the outside. Lavina says outside. Roxanne has made the decision. Tilted on the outside with the little egg at the bottom. Thank you, Marva. I'm so happy. I mean, 45 years, guys, you know, that's a lot to be said these days. I'm just saying. So we had to find somebody to watch the pups, which my dog sitter is the best. Tammy, if you're watching, girl, I don't know if you're on here or not. Tammy comes over and loves on them and stays here at the house. Tammy is actually on my team. So that makes it even better. They know her. She knows them. So yeah, super fun. I just saw something I didn't do. Hold on. We might not be done with this card. Thank you, Beth. Okay. So we've put this little egg on with some dimensionals. So it's all the same. I know, Deborah, I am fortunate, and I know the older we get that is harder. So I do feel for those who have lost their spouses. So what I was going to say is, nah, I think it takes away from the scallopy. I think our card is done. What do y'all think? You know what I think it really needs, though? I think the card base should be lemon lime. But it is what it is. So y'all see my crazy way of coming up with ideas. And then I appreciate y'all allowing me to come on YouTube and share it with you. My craziness. All right, let's pick up all of our extra pieces because I've got eggs to decorate. Whoops, we're going to go out. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Y'all see my ramekins lined up over there. Let's bring out our cards one more time. The cards that I did ahead of time. Let's move this. I'll put you right here. And this is the card that started it all. Actually, these two are the ones that I started playing with because I didn't want to use markers. I started using markers to color the egg. I was like, no, too many. I'll never get them all done. Or the card base could be blue. So y'all watch for, I'm going to take this apart. And how do I take this card apart? Because I've already added this on with liquid glue. I'm just going to cut it with a pair of snips and I'm going to remount it. And you guys let me know, does it look better on blue? Does it look better on the green? You know, that kind of thing. But I'm telling y'all, it's just stinking cute. I think we did a great job and I had a blast. I hope you did too. I think we're going to start calling Thursday nights just creating together. I don't know. I like it when we do that. Margaret, congratulations. She just celebrated her 60-year anniversary. Grandma Jane says to take a blending brush and add some color to the edges. I can do that too. Terry says, mount it on your blue. Susan Hammond says, love all your cards. They're beautiful. It's just hard to choose just one. I know. So luckily, all my grandkids' cards are going to be different. It is fun. It's fun for me to share what I've learned, to teach you. And then it's always fun to have you help me create a card together. So where are we next time? Oh, Monday, March the 4th. I'm coming back from my anniversary weekend on Monday to hang out and do some mystery stamping with y'all on Monday night, March the 4th. So watch for your clue. If you're not on my newsletter list, you'll want to join below so that you get that first clue delivered to your inbox and you can join us live on mystery stamping. Somebody says, oh, Enika says, great cards, but the hinged one wins. It's because y'all helped me design it, of course, duh. And then next week, y'all remember those rose-colored cards I showed y'all? You don't want to miss next week either. So, all right, guys. I lost my mouse. Let me find it. Y'all are so welcome. I'm glad that you joined me. I hope that you were inspired. If you came on at the end, I appreciate it if you go back to the beginning and learn how we colored our eggs, because it's a super fun technique. And if you guys have any questions or have any comments, always want to read those below the video after the live is over on the replay. So happy stamping, y'all. Bye.